I think probably the story of the game was the last 6 minutes of the first half. Unfortunately, we were not able to do a good job of keeping McGrath from getting some open looks. He hit three threes there, kind of went on a 15-2 run all by himself. I think they ended up having a 20-2 run over that 6 minute stretch, and we ended up having to battle. And I thought we did. We played better in the second half. We held them to 24 points. We didn't give them the open looks. We just we couldn't capitalize. Missed a couple shots late. Missed some free throws that hurt us. The one positive tonight, we took care of the ball. We only turned the ball over 10 times, which I thought was good for us. But Brandon made some key shots down the stretch like he's done before. But we just needed a few more free throws and maybe another call or two. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, make it kind of easy on Brandon when you lean on in big situations. It's a tough loss tonight, but you look forward to having him and continue to have him in games like moving on forward.
Yeah, no, he started slow last year, and it started a little bit slower this year. It took longer to get going, but the last 4 or 5 games he's been playing really well. He shot above 50% tonight. Would have helped if one of his 2 threes would have gone in, but you know what? We have nights like that. I mean, we're not going to go 0 for 14 very often from 3. Unfortunately, this was one of those nights. But B hit some key shots to get it back close. We got it to 2, got to the free throw line. Couldn't capitalize, and at some point it gets tough to keep making shot after shot without a little bit more help. So.
Going back to the end of that first half, what do you think was really the difference that helped them get off the run?
We went zone, and we didn't rotate well, and we gave up a corner 3, and I think that was the first 3 he hit. He got it in rhythm. He was feeling good, and then at that point we probably should have knocked him down because I know better with him. And, he just came down and just started hitting some threes, and then, we tried to do a couple different things, and we weren't able to execute those. And it's just one of those things where he got hot, and he's very confident. He's a good player. He's very confident, and he just started throwing them in.
And so after that happened, what did you tell the team, and what was your mindset to try and turn things?
Well, at halftime, our goal was to then, not to no catch them as we call it, but to not help off of him. So we were not supposed to play any help side D off of him, which puts more pressure on the other 4 guys. But, when he's only one of 2 guys scoring for them is what we needed to do. And we were okay at it. I think he hit 1 3 in the second half. I think he was, 1 for 3. So he got 1 off, it went in. But that was our goal, kind of to slow him down in the second half, was to not be off. Normally we'd be off in help side, we'd jump, we'd move, and a lot of times, if we were over helping on drives or whatnot, and the goal was to just not help at all. So, which for the most part worked on him. But.
And so tell me about your guys on offense today. Seemed like you're moving the ball really well early on, and then kind of slowed down a bit. And then obviously the 3-pointers, I guess, second part of the question. Do you think that was just kind of an aberration?
I think so.
Yeah. I would agree. I mean, normally we're a pretty good 3-point shooting team, and sometimes they just don't fall, and that's what happened tonight.
It's one of those things where they want a slow pace. They're going to take, and they did a good job of taking 30 seconds off the shot clock. I think they got 2 or 3 shot clock violations, and that kind of takes us out of what we want to do. Because at the pace we play, you got to have a little rhythm involved, and I think they disrupted our rhythm a little bit. But we were still able to get up and down. I mean, we got 6 more shots up than they did. They shot a better percentage from the free throw line. They shot 80% from the free throw line to ours 58, and that was kind of a dagger down the stretch there.
So I guess looking big picture, I'll ask both of you guys, what do you think you need to work on to try and get things going here, approaching that midway mark of the season?
Well, I think one of the things we definitely improved on this game was just our turnovers, because that's something that we've struggled with. So it was good to see us taking a step forward with the turnovers. Now we just have to piece it together. We were only 10 for 17 tonight from the free throw line, and shooting a percentage like that, we're not going to be able to win close games. So we're going to have to get that free throw percentage up, which I think we definitely should. I mean, I missed a 3, I believe, and I normally knock those down, so I think those will fall as well. And then just defensively, we can't have those mental lapses. We had some assignments and some things we were trying to do, and mentally we just lapsed, and they made big buckets off of it, so we can't allow that to happen.
You know, we're right there. We know what we need to do. It was just putting it all together consistently, and that's really our thing. You know, the turnovers were a big thing. We were able to manage that. For the first time in a while, we hit that lull that you talked about, and our effort just wasn't quite good enough. And that's probably the first time in 4 or 5 games that's happened. You know, I mean, our effort's been really good. It's been execution in some other parts, but in this league, you know, it doesn't matter. Top to bottom, this league is so talented, and there's so many good players that you really have to execute. There's very little margin for error. You know, when a team shoots 80% from the free throw line, you got to be right there with them. You can't give them those extra points. So it's little things. It's really kind of just putting it together consistently, I think, would be the biggest thing. If we continue to manage the turnovers and then just putting everything else together, we'll be okay.
So you guys are hovering right around the mark where you'd be able to get into the conference tournament. Is that something that you're looking at day to day, or are you more focused on the game?
You know, our focus right now is just one game at a time. You know, we'll look at how it shakes out. Now, hopefully this one doesn't turn up and bite us in the rear end, you know, because this was a team that was behind us. They were at our place. They were down their third best player, and we let one get away. So now we got to go back and get it from down there, and that's not an easy place to play. So, you know, yes, the ultimate goal is to make the playoffs, but regardless if we were 6-3 in league or whatever, you know, we try and take it one game at a time. And tomorrow night's game against Bernie is our most important game of our season, and it will continue to be that way until they tell us we can't play anymore.
Yeah, tell me about that game. It should be a pretty tough match.
Yeah, they're good. I think they just went up and won at East Bay. They dropped 2 at home, so you know they're looking to get back. We got them here last year in overtime. I think they overlooked us a little bit last year. We were down, and they were pretty good. They got really good guards. They got 3 guards who can really put some numbers up. They got one of the best dunkers in the league. He's a lot of fun to watch. When you watch him on film, you're not watching him in your own gym. So we're gonna have to do a good job defensively of containing their guards, and you know we're gonna have to make a few more threes tomorrow night and some more free throws. So. Oh, that's all right.
I guess we'll go to Brandon. Tell me about, as you close out on your career here next month or two, what's the feeling for you as well as you approach the scoring record?
You know, it's bittersweet. I've had a lot of fun here, and I'm continue to just cherish every moment I have here. But it is, you know, a little sad to see that, you know, my career here at CSUMB is coming to an end. But, you know, I've played hard. I've done the best I can, and I'll continue to do so.
So lastly, we asked both of you, I guess, obviously it might not be the best time to ask right now after the loss, but you guys have really turned it around this season. What's been the biggest difference compared to the last couple of years?
You know, I think just the overall competitiveness of our guys. I mean, you know, we got guys that want to win, and that we practice harder. We're more competitive. I don't have to come up with things that get us to compete. They just naturally want to compete. They compete off the floor and stuff, and when we come to practice, we compete, and that's what you have to have. You have to have guys, if you're going to build something, you got to start, you know, I can't teach you to compete. I can give you X's and O's. I can tell you where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, what we're going to run, but if you're not going to go out and compete, and that was our biggest problem last year. We had a few guys that just didn't compete, and it really kind of brought the whole energy down. And this year we compete. So, you know, I mean, we've lost some close games. I'd like our record to be a little bit better right now, but, you know, we're okay. We've still got a lot of home games left, and we're gonna find a way to figure it all out.